Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to talk to you guys about some things that I've learned while studying in the USA. Okay, so the first thing that I learned is that there are really no tangible benefits of studying in the US, and basically they ship you out right after you graduate. So even if you manage to get a job after you graduate for OPT, everything is so expensive, like the insurance, you rent, groceries, and bills, that you won't really be able to save a lot of money. So if there's something that you want to do while you're doing OPT, I say go ahead and do it and enjoy yourself. YOLO. Also, make sure while you're in school, you choose a major that's transferable in your country. For the major that I chose, it wasn't really transferable in my country because they don't really require that particular degree for jobs. In fact, they would prefer to hire someone who came straight out of high school as opposed to hiring me. So it is almost like I never went to college in the first place. Um, if you do study in the US, try to stick to a STEM subject, and STEM stands for science, technology, engineering, and math. If you study one of these subject areas, something in one of these subject areas, you can extend your OPT for twice as much time, and you have a better chance of being offered employment or getting a company to sponsor you an H-1B visa, which would then allow you to apply for your green card and then citizenship. So after graduation, or OPT, whichever ones, because some people are not approved for OPT, but if you do get approved for OPT, do not overstay your time in the US. If you do overstay your time and they catch you, you can be deported and you won't be able to return for the US for a minimum of 10 years, and you won't even be able to apply for a visa until 10 years has passed, and there's no guarantee that you will be approved. I've known people who have not been able to come back to the US and 20 years have passed or 30 years have passed. So you don't want to be that. And it's the same if you commit a crime, like a criminal offense, like a felony or misdemeanor or something like that, in addition to or outside of you overstaying your time, which is also a crime. Also, you need to be aware that if you are offered a scholarship to go to school, when you arrive, you are going to be required to pay taxes on your scholarship. I remember this started my sophomore year when I was in college, and to pay for it, they didn't even wait for me to come up with a plan. The school, the institution that I attended, they withheld my work study payments, and I was a resident assistant, an RA, and we would get a stipend every month. So they withheld my stipend and my work study until the taxes were paid for, and then the money was released to me as payment. So I was basically working for free, I should say. And on top of that, I had to pay taxes on the money that I was earning. Okay, if you do get a chance to work at a company outside of the institution, please know that you will pay more taxes than Americans. That's just how the system is set up. There's no way to really counter it. I guess they feel it, not they feel, I guess the thought behind it is, if you're gonna be in another man's country or another man's land, you should pay. So, all right, if you if you're the type that, feels like, oh, I don't want to use the health insurance because then they'll just raise next year. Don't be like me, because that's how I was. Go ahead and use the health insurance. If you're sick, don't pay out of pocket. Use your health insurance no matter what. get all the checkups you need. Usually the insurance covers a sizable amount. Find out my insurance when I was in school covered up to $1 million. So if I was in the hospital and my bill ran up, they would cover up to $1 million. So you want to check with your the health department, the school nurse, or the health insurance coordinator to figure out exactly what type of insurance you have and what they cover or don't cover. So if you need to go to a doctor, you can use it because the prices raise every year like tuition no matter what. Okay, if you want to continue your studies or you want to stay in the US, try extending or transferring your I-20 status. I can't tell you how to do that in this video, so I would suggest you look it up on how to do it, or maybe I'll come back later and do another video on it to show you. So you can transfer your I-20 status to another school before you graduate, because once you graduate, your I-20 status goes away. So you want to do it before you graduate. Okay, it's hard to find someone to apply for an H-1B visa for you because my issue was that they had to pay you. The government regulates how much you get paid. And if you have a master's or a bachelor's, whatever your degree is and whatever the government mandates that you be paid, you have to be paid. And sometimes that may be double or triple what you're already being paid. And a lot of employers don't want that burden of having to pay you. That is too much of a hassle to do an H-1B visa for you, so they usually don't. So it's just to let you know, it's just something for you to know. Okay, so unless you're a STEM student, then they would take more of the chance. Okay, so when you are an international student, you may be traveling back and forth from home. The hardest part for me was finding someone to take me to the airport and bring me back from the airport. So getting a ride tour from the airport was one of the hard things for me. And even if you do get like a shuttle or a taxi, it's probably going to cost you between $100 to $200 depending on how far you are. But if the taxi doesn't get you in cost, then the smaller airport tickets cost more at the smaller airports. So if you go to a larger airport, you'll pay more for transportation to or from. So I don't know, you'll have to count the cost on that one. Okay, finding jobs after graduation, it's not as easy for non-STEM subjects. Remember, STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math. If you're not in that area, you could find a job. You'll just have to make sure that while you're in school, you do a lot of networking and things like that so that you get to know people and they can probably help you out. Alright, that's gonna be it for this video. If you like the video and what I had to say, please like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any questions or want me to explain anything else in the video or anything else about my experience as an international student in the USA, let me know and I can go ahead and do that. All right, thank you. Bye.